So those articles were really interesting. I read them in reverse, actually, by mistake. But the first article, which was actually the second article on the list, anyway, the one takeaway that I found interesting in that was that the item analysis doesn't work. And I found that really interesting because in our district, we just adopted a new curriculum in math. And one of our things that we do is we collect data on each test question and do an item analysis on it to see where the students are making mistakes and in which standards. So I thought that was really interesting to read that article and talk about how those assessment questions really only are attacking one skill at a time and not a comprehensive skill, and that you actually need a hierarchy of skills to analyze comprehension of subject matter. So there may be a multitude of reasons why a student doesn't answer a particular question correctly. Maybe they got tired reading the question. Maybe they got so caught up in the decoding that they couldn't understand what the question was asking. Maybe they lost interest in the test at that point. While we do our best as educators to find out the whys, sometimes doing an item analysis just isn't always the answer to that. The second thing that I found really interesting was in the second article where we talked about the outcome variance on testings, and that it's a result of the passages again and not necessarily the questions. We have to, as educators, instead of teaching to the test, we have to teach our students to read the passages better. We need to ask them to think about what good readers do when they read their text effectively, then work hard to have them do it as we do it. We have to have them look at words and use context to derive meanings. We need to have them read widely, and we need to give them guidance on not how to answer the question, but rather how to unpack it and unpack the text in a meaningful way that will help them solve the problem. Another suggestion was to increase silent, sustained reading times. Think about those passages on our standardized tests and how long they are. If students can't have the focus to read that lengthy of a passage, then they're just going to guess at the answers. So again, these Shanahan articles were really, really interesting. I found it very helpful in my role as a data and instruction specialist. Thanks so much.